Welcome back. Today, I wanted to update you on my productivity tool that I've been developing. I've added and changed some things, so I want to go over that with you. In a prior video, we discussed how menopause can be related to a serious lack of motivation. Also, we discussed that ADHD can also be enhanced by menopause. And we went over some of the suggestions that they provided for planning with ADHD. So if you have not seen that video, go back to that video and watch it because it lays the foundation for what we're going to cover today. So briefly, I wanted to go over the changes of the protocol. So we discussed that on this matrix, we have skill set, which could be high and low, and motivation or internal drive, which could be high or low. So a skill set that's high, you can perform it independently, you feel comfortable implementing it. And with a low skill set, you may still be developing your skill set in it. It might be emerging at the time. So these are the two with skill set that we have to determine if a task that we're looking at using this matrix for aligns with either one of these. So we also have motivation. Do I have a high motivation to complete the task, or do I have a low motivation to complete the task? And depending on where we are with our motivation and our skill set, that determines the strategy that we'll use to address it. So A, which is high motivation and high skill set, high motivation, high skill set is A. There's not really much intervention that's needed for that one. So I said, just go ahead and get that done if you are highly motivated and you know how to do it. B is having low motivation and a high skill set. Low motivation, high skill set. So for me, I discussed that sometimes doing reports in school I have a very low motivation to getting that done, even though I have a high skill set to do it. So the strategies for B, low motivation and high skill set, are that we reconnect to why we're actually doing this skill, focus on small wins as we accomplish the task that we're trying to do, find external sources of motivation, and use my inbox task analysis. And we'll go over one more time what that is. So with the inbox task analysis, we're going to make sure that we establish rewards for ourselves. We're going to break the skill into manageable steps, and we're going to set accountability measures. So this is the strategies so far that I have outlined for B. C is when a person has high motivation and low skill set. So that would be here. High motivation, low skill set. And that could be somebody who, I said on the prior video that would be me learning planning, working in the planning community, because I have a very high motivation to learn it, but my skill set, I'm still developing my skill set. So the strategies for dealing with high motivation and low skill set is to acknowledge the motivation that I have and to use the inbox task analysis to break the skill into manageable steps, establish rewards for yourself, and ask for help from a mentor or a coach. So for me, with trying to learn planning, I ask for feedback in my videos, and I also interact with other content creators about their videos so I can clarify or learn more from them. So D is low motivation and low skill set. And the strategies for that is to establish rewards, reward efforts, not just results. So up here, I'm going to focus on rewarding the results that I have accomplished certain steps. But this, just making the effort at all, needs to be rewarded. Find external sources for motivation and use the inbox task analysis to break it into manageable steps. So for me, I feel that everything that I do revolves around this matrix. And I have developed an inbox productivity tool with these 4 color quadrants listed in it. And so I have completely removed, you guys. I ripped out the Getting Things Done inbox because I felt overwhelmed using it. And a couple of months ago, I was given a big assignment and I was really struggling getting my mind organized because I was writing down things that needed to be done and then trying to determine, is it actionable and all these other things. It was just too much for me. So now all I have to do is determine, do I know how to do the skill or not? Do I feel like doing the skill or not? So that has really helped me a lot. So I already started with 3 goals or 3 tasks that I want to work on, which is doing a literature review at school. And I said that was B. B is low motivation, high skill set. Entering data is A. High motivation and high skill set. And exercise, walking, is D. Low motivation, low skill set. So this is going to replace my Getting Things Done inbox. And I kind of looked it up, and inbox is kind of a generic term. It's not only used with getting things done, so I felt comfortable leaving it, calling it an inbox. So what I decided to do is work on 2 goals, which are the literature review and walking. So what I've done is I have broken down the steps to doing the literature review, and I've identified the strategy that I'm going to use for doing it. And once again, the strategy for B is to reconnect with why I'm doing it, focus on small wins, find external sources of motivation, and using the inbox task analysis to establish rewards, break the skill into manageable steps, and set accountability measures. So here I have broken down all the steps for doing a literature review, and I have incorporated accountability by having the dates here, and I can determine at what steps I want to reward myself. So I haven't finished defining that part yet. I just feel very happy that I have come up with a solution to the motivation issue. And when I broke down these steps, I realized that I've already done 2 of the steps. So that made me extra happy and motivated to get this done, because I hadn't really realized I've done that. So that's why this is so useful to me, to really track and be accountable for what I'm getting accomplished. And it will help me to build momentum. And when you build momentum, you perform the task easily. Also, I moved my stickers over here, so they're behind data sheets, and I'll go into that in a moment. So I have these sticky notes in case I need to do a project outside of the house, because this book will stay in the house. So today, what I wanted to show you that was an update is that I removed the Getting Things Done completely from my cousin, and I replaced it with my inboxes. I task analyzed the skill of performing a literature review. so that's new. And I wrote goals to address this. So I want to read to you the goals quickly. The goal for the literature review is to increase the time spent by 5 minutes each day working on my literature review until working 1 hour a day. And that's just one marker. I want to continue building up the time. I will increase after 5 consecutive days with consistent work time. So this is my measure to know when I start adding the 5 minutes a day. But what I started doing today is I'm taking a foundation or a baseline of what I'm actually working so that I can set the measure. So today I worked for 55 minutes. And let's say that I work for 55 minutes these other 4 days, then I'll know that I need to work for 60 minutes because my last consecutive average was 55 minutes. So I have a goal for the literature review, and I have a goal for walking. So walking is to increase the time spent by 5 minutes each day walking until walking 1 hour a day, increase after 5 consecutive days of walking time. So today I haven't done any walking, so there's no data to record. And if I don't go walking, I'm going to put a 0, and then that will factor in when I do my average over 5 days. So I just wanted to update you on where I am with the method. And as I develop this, the planners that I sell, I will have this incorporated in there for them, the ones that focus on productivity. I also have a set that focuses on motherhood and things that mothers need for planning. But my productivity agendas will have my method in it, as well as the getting things done method, because other people may enjoy using that method. It just didn't work for me, and I tried for a couple of months with that method. So thank you again for listening to me rambling on about my method and experimenting, and I'll talk to you soon.